Greetings seconds. I thought I would make you a quick video clip on the Sibelius Violin Concerto. I don't know about you, but in the rehearsal on Wednesday I was finding it just a little tricky to work out exactly how this piece works. And I think for me, I know the piece so well, but somehow our parts fit in quite differently to how I expected. So if I just did a few little tips and bits of technique might just help, and please forgive me if I'm stating the obvious at any time. So at the start of the concerto, the first movement, we're muted and it's just this very gentle oscillating theme, and we're actually, you're opposite, same notes but opposite to the violin, so when you're going down we're going up. So it's just a gentle effect, and I would just count like fury. So we've got this. Really still and beautiful, and just count, watch the downbeats as they go by. Obviously outside players are playing the top line, inside players playing the second line. Inside players, your part changes in bar 9, I believe. Could you really just, every time the notes change, just emphasize that a little bit, bring it out, and that would be a really beautiful colour. So you're the ones changing earlier, and then when the actually I haven't got your first page, but certainly when we get to the string crossings, you've got to have a really soft arm for those, especially for the sextuplets. Sextuplets are tricky, that speed, and I would just keep yourself nearest the point of the bow, so it's very easy, and it's just a very gentle little wiggle. More of a shimmer than anything. Please don't worry about it, and just remember that from the A to the E string it's a very tiny distance between the two strings, so you really don't need to kind of do great big wobbles. It's a tiny little shiver and really soft bow arms, so you really don't try not to lock here. It's very easy to lock this area of the arm. Just keep it really as flexible as you can, as you're just polishing a table. And if we can talk briefly about bow arms, bow hands. I spend my life imploring my dear pupils not to play like this, but to try and get their little fingers really flexible and bent, and their thumbs bent, and we have lovely flexible fingers, and that should give you a really lovely beautiful control of the bow. So we're flexible, rubbery, and there's no tightness that's going to cause you problems, especially if you try and do sort of string crossings like that. Just try and keep it really flexible and rubbery. So that's the first page, and then figure 4, we've got this Allegro molto, and it's marcatissimo. I think your swords are off, and just really short. Okay, really kind of short and real accents, and just, yeah, keep everything detached. So that would be great. And there should be a down bow on every single accent. That should work out. And then you're all fine there, you should be fine. Again, when you get to the tremolo at the end of the page, it's just quavers, and just, again, tiny little bows. We don't need to do too much here, it's just a... So you're just kind of really sort of shimmering. And really bring out the sforzandos, so we really hear them, all the Orient sforzandos. So that's that. I'm encouraging the first at figure 5 to go up the G string. So we put a... And you notice there's a crescendo, so don't start too loud. Then after figure 6, we've got this fortissimo sort of outburst. And it really isn't anything other than a kind of... It should really sound like a chord. I think the overall effect is a kind of blurry chord. So don't try and play every note, just get down to that A natural as fast as possible, and it should be something like this. 1. So just make up something, scrub away and land on an A with confidence. Then I think we're all okay. You're with the firsts after 9. I think we're all together with that rhythm. Again, very detached when you've got the forte like this. You can be really loud in this bit, actually. because ours is a little harder, that would help. Then on this last line of page 3, you've got this, I would all play it, can you all play the part and just play it really softly, and it's a, again, I've just really lightened everything, softened everything, I'm right at the point, and I'm just hardly trying to do as little work as possible and make it just sound really sweet. Don't sort of try and work away at the notes, get the tuning, but just, yeah, keep everything chilled. Then I think we're all fine. And actually yours isn't too bad. At 12, we all start doing legato slurs. I think it's two bars to a bow, so that should be first and seconds. Whether we hit that, I've had trouble finding that bit. I need to just really check the score, make sure we all know, but we should all then go into slurs at that point. And then I would ditch, just before the last 2 lines, ditch the last bar before that. So you're going along on a C sharp, just ditch the last couple of notes and then come in really strongly, because that will help us wear up the octave the first. And if you can come in with a real, and really, I would be up here with my elbow up, or you could be on the string down here, depends what you find easiest, but tiny, heavy little bows. It's a bit fidgety. Don't worry, just tiny bows, and watch the rhythm at the end. And it's not where you expect, it's not at the top of his scale. We kind of crash in before he reaches the top. It's quite mad. So hopefully, just if we're looking at it to the downbeat, we can all come in together then. So that's the first movement. I haven't done anything on the slow movement because we haven't done it, and I'm hoping it's fairly easy to fit together. So third movement, first of all, you've got this just 2 violins, so please don't play at the first movement unless you're on the front desk at the start of the movement. And just, can you just bow it out? So it should be down. And just give yourself a little emphasis at the start of each bar, so you're really feeling like 1, 2, 3. And you notice my arm's quite up, so I haven't got any weight down. And just get your arm up, and again that lovely bow hold hopefully. And you notice how much I'm moving my bow, it's like this. So you can just be really precise, and it's just don't sweat, don't worry about it. That comes later for the whole section. And then you've got this funny rhythm at 2. You started a bit later. So 2, you've got your, I'll go 1, 2, 3. Away. So nice down bows, and you've got the last tum, ta-dum, tum, tum, tum. And then the tutti, it's this funny rhythm. It's written all wrongly. He shouldn't really have beamed the last 3 notes. I don't know why he's done that. It's just to sort of confuse us, I think. So it should be this idea of all, I think get the tune in your head, and then you won't worry about it. But it should be 2, 3, or 1. Bang on the beat then, okay? And I think just as long as you know what you're doing and just absolutely loud conviction, that would be fantastic. Figure 4, again, it's just down to 2 violins, so just tiny little bows right down here near the point. And a really beautiful tuning there, that would be great. Now, yes, could you change the bowing, please? After 5, second line of that page, you've got this awkward little dotted feature. Again, tiny bows, cut the ties, and could you do it all separate? So it should be down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Ooh, does that work? Yes. And head towards the last note. So it's a down, up. So there's no slurs at all. You can hold the tie and then stop your bow, so you cut that tie early, and then it should all just be separate bows, and I think that will work better each time. Then you've got a nice bit of fun, and then at 6, I think, again, maybe don't divide, just do 1 big long down bow, and you're going to do actually you've got a nasty little bit at the top, haven't you, that D to A. I would probably be tempted to do it as an extension rather than this wretched business of. But you could do that if you've got your nice relaxed bow arms and you're just doing a nice little kind of wiggle, then that would be fun. Again, it's more of an effect, so don't sweat about it. Just very light. Just count. And the figure 6. Just really hardly anything. Don't worry about it. I would get your first finger and just slide up. And I find the first finger note and the 4 fingers above. And if you're not sure, just play it quite quietly. We're kind of doing the same-ish notes, so don't worry. Then we're back to the same figure again. Please bow it out. Don't worry about any crazy bowing. Just down, up, down, up. At figure 8, can you imagine this is staccato, even though we've got a long bow and we're doing a legato bow, but actually very rhythmical, and cut the tie again. So we've got so really active here. And then again we've got, so on the last line, this wonderful little feature, which is, again, if it was written differently, it would be much easier. If you had a quaver rest, quaver crotchet, but a staccato crotchet, but, and then dotted quaver, semi-quaver, da, da. So it should be ba, ba, da, da, ba, 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 da, da, ooh, ba, ba, ba. So I'll give it to you, so it should be 1. Okay, so we've got this idea. All right, so I hope that helps. It's a funny old rhythm. And then the other rhythm returns. Then you've got the 2 violins, front desks have got that rhythm for a while. Just hang on in there. Then tutti at 11. After 11, this is where you just do your little bowing. Just really short, tiny little down, up. Just separate it all. 12, the important notes are the crotchets, so don't worry too much about what else happens. Just make sure you hit on the first beat of the bar a confident crotchet. And watch the rest there. Big gap of silence there. A whole beat of 1 rest, and then come in scrubbing. The same idea. The bar before 13, please watch out, because you are on a 1, 2. Okay, so please be off the beat on the last 2 beats of before 13. 13 is not as fast as you think. We might be going a little faster than that, but basically, it won't be tremolo, it will be semi-quavers. And on the up bows, so the second bar of 13, save your bow. And then the tremolo, it's not tremolo, it's a measured tremolo, won't be stuck here. If you do a big up bow, then you get stuck here and then you crash. So save that up bow, and then you're nicely there for, in the middle of the bow for. And then just count at the end like video, because we'll all be counting furiously, and hopefully we'll all be together. So I hope that's helped. It's just very small tips, and hopefully we will then be ready for it on the day. Look forward to seeing you at the next rehearsal.